It is pretty dark. Okay. Hello, welcome. There you go. Welcome to Yin Yoga. So grab some things. If you have yoga props, amazing. If you do not, just grab pillows from your couch or your bed, blankets. You can also use books if you don't have yoga blocks. If you still have books. All right, we're going to start seated, cross-legged pose. And if you like, you can come up onto your support. So I'm going to sit up on my bolster to allow my hips to relax a little better. Relax your face, relax your hands, relax your belly. Spine is nice and tall, but there's a softness to the shoulders, to the chest. And we just start to tap in to that internal landscape. Eyes closed down and just start to observe where you're at. So maybe the space, the room you're sitting in. The temperature of your body. You can feel the clothes touching the skin, maybe the hair or any jewelry touching the skin, and just tap into those subtle sensations. Allow your mouth to relax and begin to focus on your breath. Allowing the inhale and exhale to come and go through the nose. And let go of any sense of rushing. Maybe that was something that was happening during your day today, so try to let that go. And as you breathe, bring your focus to the third eye center. And see if you can feel that space a little bit above the brow. Just illuminate and open as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, it all comes together, condensing, concentrating. And just sit with this visualization, this expansion as you inhale. Maybe you get colors or shapes or images there, the third eye. And as you exhale, feel it all going in, energetic penetration of the body. Soften into the space just a little bit more, letting everything relax. And next time you exhale, head goes to the left, left ear to left shoulder. Notice if you're turning anything on and relax a lot. Jaw, throat, and neck. Inhale, head to center. Allow that right ear to drop to right shoulder. Just 3 breaths into the left side of the neck. Release the jaw. No constriction on the right side as we open the left side. And inhale, head to center. Take the arms out wide. Palms are turning up to the sky. And allow the shoulders to go down. And then turn your palms so that they point towards the back of the room. So you're getting a full external rotation as much as you can. Head is at center. Notice if you're leaning your head forward and take 3 breaths. Each exhale, the arms extend longer. Maybe those palms twist a tiny bit deeper towards the back of the room. Next, inhale, turn the palms to point forward towards the ground and then all the way to the back. Maybe they even turn up towards the sky for a full internal rotation of the shoulders, but keep reaching. 2 breaths through that long line. Open palms, open fingers, opening those energetic centers, the hasta bandhas. Turn the palms back up to the sky. Bend the elbows. Bring those elbows close together and right elbow comes on top of the left and we wrap the forearms. Allow your chin to sink towards the chest and we breathe into the back of the heart. Fingers are extending to the sky. 2 more breaths. Take the head into neutral and bring your gaze to the right. It can be a lot or a little. One more deep breath underneath right scapula, under that shoulder blade. Head to center. Keep the elbows bent, but open the elbows nice and wide. Cactus elbows, take a back bend, chest and heart lift. Bring it back to center. Elbows close together, left elbow on top this time. Deep wrap, so you can wrap as much as you can, forearms, chin to the chest, 2 breaths. Fill the back of the heart. Bringing in a good sense of forgiveness for the past, any heartache, any loss, just breathe into that space. Twist the gaze to the left, looking over left shoulder. 1 big breath. And then the head comes to center. Take the elbows wide 1 last time. Cactus elbows, heart opening, tiny back bend. Bring the hands to the knees, palms down, and sit in stillness, observing the upper hemisphere of your body. Simple movements to create big effects on the heart and the lungs and the shoulders. Move slowly as we come to tabletop. If your knees are sensitive, bring them onto your blanket and allow your palms to rest, spreading fingers wide, hands under shoulders. Start a couple cat and cow, moving very slowly. Feeling all of the sensations. It can be deep. It can be down into the bones. It can be superficial. It can be into the skin. Just really notice any sensations. It can be a lot of them all at once. Feel the shoulders moving as you move the spine. Let the breath go. 2 more rounds. Expand the navel, contract the navel. Last round, both directions. Take it into flat back. Tuck your toes under so the feet are in big flexion and begin to sit back onto your heels. If that's too much, keep your hands on the mat in tabletop. If you like more, reach the arms to the sky, forward and up. And the breath here is a horizontal breath. If you don't quite know what that feels like, you can bring your hands to your low ribs. And as you breathe, try to press the ribs wide, expanding the lungs. Take 2 more deep breaths, the reflex for the lungs and the toes, opening that space. Every system in the body is regulated by the breath, so we're really tapping into all systems. Bring the hands back to the mat. Allow the toenails, tops of the feet to come into the earth and tap them out. And stillness. Extend right leg behind you. Bring it nice and long. Point to the toes. And then as you exhale, slide it forward for pigeon. So the right knee is behind the right wrist. And if you need, grab that pillow and bring it in front of the body so that the torso can rest. We're bringing the earth to meet us. And see if you can soften. Allowing the spine to relax and round in any form that feels good. Soften left toes, left knee into the ground. Soften deep to the belly, deep to the bones, and just rest with breath. Allow for the awareness of the right leg to encompass the whole right leg and feel the whole right leg relax. Really let the focus be with the exhale so that it's long and complete. Keeping a little space between the top and the bottom teeth. As we breathe, we fill the whole nasal passage, back of the throat, deep to the belly, the breath goes. Take 5 more breaths. If right leg is getting a little uncomfortable, try to just breathe through it, allowing it to soften. Doing your best to move slowly as you inhale, start to come out. You can slide the bolster to the side. Hands will root into the ground. Left knee stays on the ground as we slide the right leg back. Hook the toes into the ground for flexion and press through the heel. So right leg is straight, right heel pressing to the back edge of the mat. Pick up the right foot and bring it all the way to the left, to the earth, outside the yoga mat, and then take your gaze to the left as well. 3 breaths into the right side belly, right hip. And bring that right knee back to center. Before we do the other side, we will lower to Anahata. So walk your arms forward. Try to get the heart, the chest to the ground. Chin is resting on the ground, so there is big opening to that frontal plane. If your elbows need, you can splay them out wide. And try to feel the heart connecting to the ground, keeping weight into the knees and the shins. Five breaths in this inversion. Last 2 breaths. Next inhale, move slowly, start to rise up. Walk the hands towards the body, right under shoulders, and we take a big cat pose complement. Tuck your chin a lot to your chest and a big exhale. Flatten out the spine, take the left leg back in space, point through the toes, make it as long as you can. Extend from the left hip. And then sliding that knee forward, it comes behind the left wrist. And you can make that shin as parallel to the top of the mat as comfortable, and then set up your support. If you don't need it, you can lie flat on the ground. Just remembering gravity will take us deeper as we rest and stay still in the posture. So if you're already at max capacity, back out a little bit and begin to soften in. Any sensation, any connection of left leg to the body, you can focus there. Making sure the eyes are closed gently. We're not squeezing or pinching the lids together. Tongue is relaxed in the mouth. The hips have a strong correlation to the jaw, 2 sides. So as we relax our hips, we relax our jaw, and vice versa. Check with your shoulders. Are they creeping to your ears? Try to relax the shoulders and the arms. Take 5 more deep breaths with the emphasis on the exhale. As you're ready, use the inhale to start to come out. Move your pillow to the side. Root through the hands and the right shin. Press that left leg slowly to the back. Hook the toes and press through the heel. Feel that flow of energy, lymphatic fluid through that left side. Pick up the left foot, bring it all the way to the right. Toes are still hooked under, and we gaze to the right, expanding left waist for 3 breaths. Really focus on the stretch and the opening of the left side as you exhale. Check in with the elastins in the body. Last breath. Take it back to center. Part your knees wide, and we'll start to roll onto the soles of our feet for squat pose. If this is challenging, bring the bolster underneath your butt or elevate your butt with some blocks. You want your feet flat. If the heels do not touch down, roll your blanket and bring it under the heels. And hands can rest in prayer with thumbs connected to the heart. Hands can also rest to the ground, and you can slightly forward fold. If squat is very easy for you and you want to take it to the next level, you can take your palms underneath your feet. So this will add compression into the bones of the hands. If you use your hands a lot, like I do, it's always good to add some squeezing, some compression to the hands. Soften wherever you can. Breathe into the pelvis. Breathe into the base of our bodies. We'll be here for 4 more breaths, using your breath as an inspiration to open the body. If you're standing on your hands, slide those palms out slow. If your hands are at your heart, release them to the mat. Start to extend the legs into a forward fold. Feet will be as wide as the mat, and knees have a bend. The goal is to get the abdomen between the quads and let the head release. You can take the arms just to rest on the ground. If there's a lot of slack and the palms touch, flip the palms to point towards the sky. So you simultaneously get a little wrist stretch. The exhale takes us deeper into our fold, softening the spine and the central nervous system. Calling in the rest and restore portion of our bodies. Taking 5 more breaths. If there is a need to move slightly, let it come in. No need to stay extremely still, but when you move, move with intention and very slow. Just watching the sensation. Micro movements, all the awareness. Last 2 breaths, option to sigh it out, allowing for a little audibility. And begin to walk your hands forward enough that you can bring your knees to the ground. And make sure that you have a blanket under your knees. We're going to do frog pose. So if you have super strong knees, you don't need it. But if you have a little sensitivity to your knees, bring your blanket underneath them. Bring your support for your whole torso, so it's in line with the torso. And you start as if you were going into a wide knee child's pose. Knees are as wide as they can be, in line with the hips. And then you start to turn your toes to point out and walk your feet wide so that those shins are running parallel to the sides of your mat. And if you notice, you slide your tail back a little bit in space towards the back of your mat, it will make the stretch deeper. So you choose where you're at, remembering not to go to the deepest level right away. This is also very good for digestion, just opening up all of those spaces in between that can get a little pinched. Toes are wide, knees are wide, upper body release. Just follow your breath. Be inquisitive as to where and how the breath travels in your body. Noticing if the exhale can take you a little bit deeper. 5 more deep breaths, just watching sensation, noticing if those little spots that you can soften more, the adductors, the groin. And to begin to move out of the posture, start to bring the toes towards one another, coming more towards a wide knee child's pose, and bring your hands under your shoulders, pressing into the hands so you can inch the knees towards one another. Little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And when you can, bring the whole inner thighs together so that those legs are touching the arches of the feet, the heels, as much of the legs are touching as possible. And send your hips to the left and send your head and your gaze to the right. So we're just going to lateral move right to left, and we're pressing into the outer hip socket, keeping those inner legs squeezed together. Take a couple with your own breath, right to left. See if you can keep your shins on the ground. Keep the hands supporting you. One more to each side. And bringing it all the way back to center. Slide those legs out in front of you. Moving slow. We'll take the legs long and bring that. Support your pillow behind your back. Long waves running parallel to the spine. And we'll just keep the legs straight but a little bit wider than the hips. And recline back onto your support. Check in with the arms. If you have the ability, bring your arms overhead and tuck those hands or those thumbs into the strap on the bolster or interlace your fingers. If that's too much of a back bend, bring your arms wide, palms to the sky, tops of the hands resting on the ground. Eyes closed down. Legs are heavy, butt is heavy. And as you breathe in, feel the breath. It initiates down in the pelvis. So breathe down first into the pelvis, the cartilage between the right and the left part of the pelvis. And then let the breath channel up the abdomen, sides of the navel, all the way up to the eyes. And just follow the breath. Feeling complete melting and exhaling with each exhale. Scan the body for any last bits of tension and feel them release. Come back to that third eye breath, breathing into the brow, the center of the skull. And if the arms are overhead, release them slowly and let them come down by the sides of the body. Palms will turn into the ground. Right knee bends first, sole of the foot to the mat. Left knee follows. And press into the feet. Lift your tail, tuck it a lot under, and then lower it back to the ground. Let your feet be as wide as your yoga mat. And slowly bring the knees to the right and then to the left. So go very slowly, coming back to the sensations. Are they deep down in the joints and the bones? Are they more superficial, skin, cloth of your clothing? Just notice as you move slowly enough to observe all the sensations. If you come into tension, you come into deliciousness, stay in that position and take a breath or two. One more breath. And release those legs. Start to bring them into an easy cross-legged pose. Use your hands to press into the ground. Use your chin to come towards your chest so you can come up to seated cross-legged position. If you need to sit on something, you can, or maybe the hips are open enough, you can sit on the ground. Take a full inhale, exhale. Right hand's going to come up in front of the face. And we'll use the right thumb to cover the right nostril. We'll keep the inhale and the exhale through the left side. So when you're ready, inhale left, slow and steady. Top of the inhale, just exhale through the left. And we'll do a couple rounds. Seated tall, try not to lean to one side. Your left hand can rest on that right foot or on the knee. Just opening a little more through that yin channel, that left side. It should already be open if you were doing the practice correctly, slowly, mindfully, and just allow the inhale and exhale to flow through the left side. Feeling the body becoming fluid, allowing us to flow with changes. Last couple of rounds. Next time you exhale through the left nostril, let that be the last side. And release your hands and just sit tall for a couple breaths through both sides. Keep a gentle cross to the legs and begin to bow forward. It might be a tiny bit. You can possibly lay your forehead on the ground, but allow the back to round, allow the hands to rest. We're not reaching to the top of the mat. The elbows are relaxed. The fingertips are relaxed, and the shoulders are relaxed. Just watch the body move with breath. So as you inhale, you will rise up a little bit as the belly fills. And then as you exhale, you'll go softer, getting a little more slack in the body. Soften deep behind the eyes, soften deep to the belly. And we'll stay for 4 long breaths. Nice and slow, start to come up. You can unwind your legs and we'll come to lying on the back. We'll take one last posture before we rest in Shavasana. So as you lay down, start to come into happy baby pose, pulling the knees wide and either grabbing hold of those big toes or the lateral edges of your feet and just let those knees go wide. Maybe you want to wiggle out a little bit and rock slightly to the left and the right. Maybe your head wants to roll from right to left. And we have 5 breaths. If your arms are overly muscular and pulling, try to soften the arms and just let gravity do the work. A great posture to release extra wind in the body, to work with gravity, switching it up to pull stagnation from the legs. The abdomen and the pelvis fill with breath. Last 2 breaths. Gentle release. You can lay completely flat for Shavasana. You can also prop your knees up on your pillow if that feels better. Make sure you are warm. If you need to cover your body with a blanket, if you feel you need socks or a little hat, whatever you need so that you can rest without getting too cold too fast. And find your final resting pose. Let it be comfortable. Let it be effortless. No need to adjust. Just find that posture and slip right into it. We'll do a little guided meditation, a little Nidra, so each part of your body can fully relax. Start to feel the right foot, sole of the foot, top of the foot relax. Feel the right ankle, the long bones of the lower right leg. Feel the right knee relax, the back of the knee, front of the knee, the patella, the kneecap. Feel the big muscles of the upper right leg relax. Hamstrings, quads, adductors, right glutes. Feel the whole right side of the pelvis sink to the ground. Feel the low organs of the body, the sex organs, digestion. Feel them all relaxed, functioning and working as they need to. Feel the left side of the pelvis sink towards the ground. Left glutes relax. Left large muscles of the upper left leg. Back of the left knee, front of the left knee. Long bones of the lower left leg. The calf muscles, gastroc, soleus, all relax into the ground. Left ankle, left foot, top and bottom of the left foot, left toes, all relaxed. Guide your awareness up to your abdomen, to your belly, your stomach on the left side. Feel the stomach relaxed. Feel the liver on the right side relaxed. Upper abdomen, diaphragm relaxed. It's moving gently, slowly. Kidneys on the back of the body relaxed. Inviting that water element into the kidneys. Relax your ribs. Relax the lungs. Feel that right shoulder sink down into the ground. Feel that right collarbone sink down towards the earth. Right bicep, right tricep, relax. You can feel blood moving through the muscles. Relax the right elbow, the front and the back of the elbow. Relax the right forearm and the right hand. Palm of the hand, top of the hand, all 5 fingertips. Take your awareness to your left hand. Relax your left hand and all 5 fingertips. Relax the palm of the hand. Relax the whole left hand. Relax your left wrist and your forearm. Relax the left elbow, the front of the elbow and the back of the elbow. Feel the left bicep and tricep and feel the blood pumping through the muscles. Relax your left shoulder, left collarbone. Relax the whole neck. Relax your mouth. Relax the cheeks. Relax the eyes. Relax the forehead. Relax the whole skull. Maybe as you breathe in, you feel space between each bone of the skull. The sutures expand. Relax your brain. Feel it floating in that cerebral fluid. Bring your awareness to your heart. Feel your heart relax and expand in the chest and feel it beating in the chest. Feel the rhythm that is uniquely your own. And just relax the whole being. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana as long as you would like, taking your time coming out. I appreciate you practicing Yin Yoga. Thank you from me and the whole Wahe crew. Namaste.